Hi everyone, it's Ryan Anderson with the Anderson Group and Your Real Estate Matters. Today, I wanted to touch on a topic that a lot of people are excited about, which is we want to buy our first mountain property. And let's say, for instance, there's a lot of different kind of mountain properties, but let's say you want to buy a property that's in a more remote location, not necessarily a ski area, which is very similar to living in the city, not necessarily somewhere that has a lot of amenities, but a true mountain property. What are some things you really need to consider? And the biggest obvious thing is weather. The weather determines so much of what you do in a mountain property. So here's a couple of tips. If you're wanting to buy something a little bit more remote, a mountain property doesn't have to be a big, scary dream. It doesn't have to be, because really if you have these few things, you're going to be just fine and you're going to love the scenery. You're going to love the quietness. You're going to love being away from the hustle and the bustle. If you can just find that remote location that you're dreaming of. The only thing you need is to consider is, starting with the weather, what's that going to do? Well, it's going to freeze things, right? Because it gets so cold. So when it gets cold in the mountains, you need to protect your house. So you need to have a good roof, you need to have good windows, you have a good sewer system and a good septic system. So you got to build out a septic system in the ground if you don't already have one. You might want to put a hot water line in there, so the heater that heats the sewer line, so that your sewer line doesn't freeze. A lot of times those can freeze in the mountains. You want to be able to have a propane tank on the property so you can have that extra gas if you don't have a natural gas line coming in from somewhere else. The water source, you might want to dig a well because you might not have a water source. So digging a well, having a sewer line, having access to propane, having good solid windows that aren't going to let in a lot of the air, and having a switch to shut off the water when you leave. That's like a secret little tidbit that, man, it's helped us so much with our mountain property. This is not having a leak. So having a switch that can shut off the water is key. And there are other things like a driveway that's heated that can really help. Location and which way you face is key, so that the snow doesn't sit on the snow sits on the north side. So there's a lot of key things to talk about. So if you wanted to explore this and you'd love a no obligation consult, just give me a call and we can talk more about this. It'll be a lot of fun. Hope you're doing well. Until we talk next time, have a great day. Bye for now.